Hi, this is Shelma. Today's podcast is about why good people go through hell and how I overcame without losing my faith, my sound mind, or my love. I'm not speaking from theory today, I'm speaking from lived experience. This message wasn't learned from books or sermons. It was learned through life, through years of endurance, loss, faith, injustice, responsibility, and awakening. If you're listening and wondering why doing the right thing didn't make life easier for you, this is for you. I didn't choose suffering. I chose responsibility. I chose to love when it cost me. I chose to protect my children when systems failed. I chose to stay human when others broke, hardened, or manipulated. I chose conscience when it would have been easier to become cold. Slowly, without realizing it at first, my life became triage. Safety, survival, courtrooms, custody battles, emotional emergencies layered year after year. Good people don't escape pain, they absorb it. I absorbed pain for my children, for broken relationships, for people who could not carry their own weight, for systems that collapsed and landed on my shoulders. Love didn't protect me from suffering, it placed me closer to it. The Bible never promised ease. Jesus said it plainly. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. John 16:33. That verse stopped me from blaming myself. It helped me understand that hardship was not proof of failure, it was part of the path. I fought for my children for more than a decade. At one point, all 7 of my children turned away from me. 4 of them, my minor children, were placed in full custody of my ex. They were only 5 and 6 years old. The court failed to judge correctly. Manipulation won. Truth was delayed. 10 years later, custody was returned, but my children were already close to adulthood. Truth came late, but it came. And during all of that, I did not lose my mind. I anchored myself daily, deliberately in this truth. Sowe in sing time and seaman daily. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. 2 Timothy 1-7. A sound mind is not automatic. It is guarded. It is chosen under pressure. It is protected when everything around you feels unstable. When I had no control over the outer world, I guarded my inner one. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Proverbs 4:23. One of the deepest wounds of my life was watching my children's faith be influenced away. My ex actively discouraged belief in Jesus, not just in one child but in all 6. I watched joy dim. I watched softness harden. I watched chaos replace peace. As a mother, that pain has no language. But I did not respond with bitterness. I lived Jesus when I could not speak freely about him. Love became my language. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. Romans 12:21. Years of pressure broke something in me, but not my faith. It broke my outer shell. Immaturity fell away. Passivity fell away. Dullness died. Shame loosened its grip. Fear of being real lost its power. False dependence collapsed under pressure. The lies that once told me who I had to be, lies that felt like protection but were quietly hurting me, finally shattered. And when those lies broke, God did not come to me from outside. He flowed out of me from within. Christ in you, the hope of glory. Colossians 1:27. Faith was not something I was chasing. It was something already alive inside me. We have this treasure in jars of clay. 2 Corinthians 4-7. For more than 30 years, ever since my soul was saved, I prayed one prayer. God, let me see your beauty. Use me for your glory. I see now that God answered it not by removing opposition, but by redeeming it. You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good. Genesis 50-20. In the last 90 days, that freedom became overflow. I wrote over 100 songs. These songs are not projects. They are not performances. They are not ambition. They are his heartbeat mixed into mine. They were written from presence, not pressure. He put a new song in my mouth. Psalm 40-3. A dear friend who lived through trauma and addiction listened. And he cried, and cried, and cried. As God mended places words could never reach. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted. Psalm 34-18. That is why these songs exist. If you know someone carrying trauma, addiction, exhaustion, or grief, let them listen. Not to fix them, not to pressure them, just to let God meet them where they are. I am still believing. I am still loving. I am still sane. I am still here. I can feel His heart in my heart. I am in love with this miraculous, limitless, eternal God. Good people go through hell not because they are cursed, but because they carry light into places that resist it. Hell refines. Love endures. Truth outlasts delay. They overcame by the word of their testimony. Revelation 12:11. Your story is not over.